Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. It has been a while, but I have been busy working on the PA Matches weekly newsletter, getting stuff going for Pace, going on vacation, yada yada yada. I've been busy. So, we got the new build that was just released today, and my goodness, is it a doozy of a build. But before I start talking about the build and what we've got going on, take a look at this backdrop. This is the results of the new Skyboxes mod. Makes everything look super awesome, super colorful, super cool. I like it. So let's see. So the new patch has been released. Oh my goodness, so much stuff has been added in this patch. I'm gonna go ahead and set some anchor points for all of these guys. So what's new in this patch? We've got a bunch of new units, transports, a brand new Uber cannon. Oh, and here we go. A commander has now been loaded up in a transport, and he is going for a comm rush. This is going to be interesting. Moves right on past Pink, and if he runs into any fighters... Oh, no. He's just doing a little bit of... I'm not completely sure. Let's see what Stuart sees. Stuart knows that xanthousphoenix, I'll just call him Phoenix, knows that Phoenix is over here. Oh, Stuart is building a naval factory over here. That is going to ruin Phoenix's day. Very bold move from Stuart, and hopefully we'll see how that pays out. So... Phoenix is using the air fabbers. Air fabbers, wow, those are fast and maneuverable. Air fabbers have been given a buff. They now build faster. They build at 9 metal per second, and they consume 1,100 energy per second. So they're still not as efficient as bot or vehicle fabbers, but they are rather a lot better than they used to be. So on this map, we've got a huge ocean. And so far, just uberpwnu, I'll just call him Uber. Uber from the realm is working on getting into the water. Very good move. Controlling that giant ocean is going to be a huge advantage. Oh, we got a little meta game. Sharing intel. So Pink's going advanced air. Oh, and naval. Stuart has now scouted out that naval push and is going to need to do something about that before his base gets ruined. But he does have these very aggressive moves against yellow, so that's going to be very interesting to watch develop. Let's go around, see what's going on. Ooh, lots of torpedo launchers. Torpedo launchers can shoot farther than they can see, just like pelters. So in order for torpedo launchers to be at their maximum effectiveness, you must get up a sonar. Got the advanced bot factory going up with the new advanced bot factory model, which is pretty cool. It's more in line with the other bot factory. And if we take a look at this, we see that the bot factory looks different. All of the factories now look different, and they sport your team's color with much more vibrance, I guess we'll call it. Ooh, what is this? Is that a Vanguard? Or no, an Inferno. Ooh! You go Inferno. That is pretty... Wow, that's moving a lot faster than it used to. So that's moving along at a fairly good speed. And as you saw, it puts out a crazy amount of damage. Okay, another thing worth mentioning. We've got this missile defense tower over here that was not shooting at that Inferno. Missile defense towers now only shoot at air. Do not forget that. So if you're counting on missile defense towers to protect from ground advances, you will be disappointed. Merid is expanding pretty well. Both Merid and Mikey, I'll just call him Mikey, are stepping into the water, although Merid is in the water first, already has one blue bottle out. So if Mikey loses control of this lake, then that is going to mean some real bad news for his base. So far, no players are going orbital from what I can see. While this is a single planet system, oh, we have already got the first advanced air out, but that is going to be destroyed here very soon by Stuart once these blue bottles move forward, which should be any time now. Orbital has been given a huge buff and is super awesome now. Oh, this Inferno's moving around unchecked. So Orbital, the satellites are now really awesome. They can move around a lot faster than they used to. In fact, everything in Orbital moves faster than it used to. Well, we've already got our first two blue bottles moving forward from Merid. So the new radars are very awesome, very useful. They move rather quickly and they provide a direct line of sight on the ground as well as radar coverage on the ground, making them really stinking awesome. What else is new? Lots of new units. I mentioned air transports. We already saw that one in action. Naval's been given a huge rebalance. Haven't looked at all of the details just yet, but most importantly, they're a lot faster, and the costs have been reduced in an effort to make all naval starts valid alongside all ground starts. Because previously, if you started on the water while your opponent started on the ground, you were pretty much screwed because the costs of naval were so high. So blue bottles are moving forward here from Merid, and they're going to start raining down destruction. And if they're able to take out this naval factory, which they should be able to, no problem, then that's probably going to be the end of Mikey's base. But maybe. No, Merid does know about that base. There we go. Now the boats are swinging in and moving forward. And this is probably going to be the end of Mikey. Down goes the narwhal. So Naval's been given a speed boost. Oh, yellow. Down goes yellow. Missed that, but it's about what we expected. There were all of these blue bottles. That was not much that could be done against that. Let's just rewind a little bit because the chronocam is awesome, and speed it up. And that's pretty much what we all knew what was going to happen. Blue bottles move forward and so much damage so fast. Very good move from Stuart using the transport to move his commander over to this pond. That was very well played. Well played. So where was I? I was looking at Merid. Here we go. So this is pretty much the end of Mikey's base. Mikey's only hope is to calm rush, which he's not doing, but even then, if he calm rushed, then all Merid would need to do is just back up his blue bottles, and Mikey's economy and all of his base is going to be gone here very, very soon. We do have Stuart's main base over here, but Stuart is pretty spread out, although hasn't claimed over this. And so far, no one has stepped into this lake except for Uber, which is going to work out very, very well for Uber. But once Merid takes care of Mikey, which is probably going to be here real soon, and send his blue bottles on over to Stuart, which is doing now. Oh, we've got a bugged Uber cannon right there. Good move from Mikey. All might not be lost for Mikey. Certainly is not looking good, because losing all of those factories and all that economy was quite the blow. Fighters are coming in from Merid to take care of those bombers. And down go the bombers. Oh man, how about those lighting effects from those factories? Pretty cool, huh? I'm a huge fan of those. Bold move from Mikey, moving forward to try and take out those blue bottles. And that's about all he can do. And it's probably not going to be enough as more blue bottles continue to stream forward. Man, that is a really creative uber cannon that ultimately missed. And if Merid was microing those blue bottles more, then he probably would have been able to, might have been able to take out that commander faster. Either way, more blue bottles are on the way. Not looking good for Mikey. Okay, we've been watching Mikey versus Merid for too long. Let's zoom out, see what's going on. Stuart pretty much has no contest here at this point. Neither does Uber. But Uber's not expanding. Well, he is expanding. It's pretty clumped together. Has gone up to advanced, working on advanced air, and has... I wonder if that's passable. That looks passable. So, Merid will be able to fight against Uber here soon once he finishes off Mikey. And Blue... Oh, wow, that's a bunch of bots moving forward. And that is probably going to be the end. Nope, they're avoiding the commander. Losing out to bombers, but in come fighters. Not much left of that base. Whew, there goes the Uber cannon. So the new Uber cannon. New Uber cannon must be fired manually. There's a new build mode option for it. And the commander survives. The new Uber cannon consumes energy when fires. Not much health left though. One or two more pushes from Merid, and that'll be all of Mike. So the new Uber cannon consumes energy to fire, must be fired manually, does less damage but massive area of effect, making the Uber cannon less effective at taking out commanders, but very, very effective at taking out blobs of units. Another thing worth mentioning, the Commander Rex have been given a huge buff. They now produce 25,000 metal rather than the, what was it? I want to say like 1,500 metal that it previously had. So with that being the case, commanders take a lot longer to be repaired. So commander repairing has been given a huge nerf, and here comes Merid's forces. We've got, looks like a bunch of ants, doxes, and a few spinners taking out the remainder of Mikey's energy, which means the Uber cannon's going to shut off. Down goes the Fabbers, and that's the end of Mike. Good game, Mike. You didn't push or Merid pushed Naval before you did, and bummer. So, only 3 players left. Not surprisingly, they are all realm members. We've got some gunships moving around from Stuart. The new gunships are very fast, very powerful, and great for taking out structures. They can't shoot at air, so actually, they've got the new models. Look at that. Those things look pretty cool. But they can't seem to hit that one bot. Whoops. Beta is beta, right? So out go the gunships. Whew, my goodness, that is lots of damage, but if they run into those fighters, that's all she wrote for those gunships. So let's see how things are going. We got a nuke launcher going up from Uber. Lots of air. Those are, looks like all fighters. Yeah, all fighters. Bunch of peregrines and hummingbirds. Masters of the skies. Lots and lots of narwhals from Uber. I guess he is very afraid of bombers and gunships, as he should be. The Hornets are very, very powerful. Stuart is pretty darn spread out. There we go. Orbital going up with an orbital fabber being built first. That orbital fabber will be able to pump out solar arrays, which will be easily defended. The new anchors, which are a beast. My goodness, those things can take out like 10 to 20 Avengers with no problem. And that Orbital Fabric will be able to build the advanced radar satellite. Very awesome unit. And at this point, yep, Stuart has shut off those naval factories as they are not needed anymore. And wow, Stuart is pushing out a lot of these gunships, really wanting to check and see how good they are. I'm very curious to see those guys in action too, but they are dangerously close. Oh, there are a few peregrines in there, but they're dangerously close to the patrols of Uber. We've got units moving forward from Merid. That looks like, what are those, Vanguards? Yep. Vanguards, Infernos, Spinners, and Ants. Vanguards are a beast of a unit. They have a ton of health and do a ton of damage, but they have very short range. Do not let these little suckers get close or they will ruin your day. Looks like we also got a few Shellers in the mix. Shellers have been given a buff, and they are pretty darn awesome. And, ooh, Hulkins. Oh, bummer for Merid. Gonna lose out on that attack force. That's a mistake from Stuart to take out that attack force. He should have let Uber and Merid fight it out rather than waste his units. And there we go. Oh, nuke! I missed that being built from Merid. Good move. That's going to be dropped right in the middle of this lake. Take out that advanced air factory, some basic energy, and a bunch of blue bottles that are no longer needed. So, not the best nuke. And this is where Stuart has an advantage of being very spread out. Stuart's got a bunch of solar arrays queued up, most efficient energy producers in the game. But I don't know. Stuart invested a lot of metal into that naval push and doesn't have a lot of ground forces, which could be a problem for him. These bots are moving in from Merid, and if they spot this commander, that very well may be the end of the commander. That's a bunch of slammers in the mix, but no, they're going to continue moving forward and get taken out by Stuart's air. And pop, down they go. So let's take a look and see how things are going elsewhere. Merid is doing very well. He's got that nuke up. He's working hard on some advanced air factories. Very good move. Air is very, very powerful, especially on large planets like this. Leviathan out from Merid, as well as a Stingray back here. The Leviathan is a beast of a naval unit. It has a ton of health, and the newly designed broadside looks sexy as all get out. Big explosions. It looks like a beast of a broadside. We'll probably be seeing that here in a little bit. How's that nuke coming along? We've got a complete but unused nuke from Uber, and Uber is putting metal into an anti-nuke. Very good move. There goes the nuke. Where is it going? Headed towards Merid. Where is it going? I don't see any anti-nukes from Merid, so this is going to hurt. Oh, that was so close. That if that Astraeus had been caught in the nuke blast, then that would have been the end of Merid. Unfortunately for us, for Uber, that wasn't really the best nuke. There's all of this juicy advanced energy and the advanced factory, advanced metal extractors, and this nuke launcher over here. Uber would have been better off dropping that nuke right here. That would have been the best spot. Really cripple Merid's power. But we've got bombers flying around. Not much to stop those bombers. Here we go. Peregrine's moving forward. Down go the bombers. Those bombers didn't do that much. And a bunch of fabricators moving forward from Merid. Probably... Nope. I was going to guess that they were going to help out. Nope. There we go. Flak going up. Good move. Flak is very, very powerful. So how are things going elsewhere? Ooh. We're about to get a big clash here. There goes that broadside. Wow! Took out a bunch of narwhals. Let's... Come on. Come on. What? Where's that broadside? Show me that broadside. Come on. Show me that broadside. Ooh. Oh, the Leviathan was firing, but nope. Too much lag to properly see that broadside. However, those blue bottles and Leviathans were absolutely shredded by those torpedo launchers. Torpedo launchers have huge amounts of damage. Wow, lots of fighters moving out to scout. That's something that most players tend to ignore. You always got to be constantly scouting in order to figure out what your opponent is up to. Oh, whoa, Merid died? How did Merid die? He probably got taken out by fighters. Let's back up. Oh no, he got taken out by an Avenger in the orbital layer. Oh, that is most unfortunate. I was rooting for you, Merid. You were in the best spot. Looks like I think you were in a really good spot to win, and probably would have pulled it off if you hadn't have made such a mistake. So unfortunate. Okay, so how are things going now? Down to just Uber and Stuart, and wow, that is a bunch of units moving forward from Uber. Bunch of bots with Stingers, the anti-air bot, and we've got bots moving in on both sides of the commander, but that commander is going to be protected by these blue bottles. But there goes air. This very well may be the end of Stuart. Bots are moving forward, getting taken out by these blue bottles, but blue bottles have a lower rate of fire, and they're not as good as taking out swarms of units like that. And more bots are moving in, even if these bots don't kill the commander, which it certainly looks like they are. I don't see Stuart recovering from this, and here we go. Here comes the finish. There goes the Uber cannon. And there goes Stuart. Uber takes the win. Good game, well played. That was quite a few upsets, and did I just get a crash or a freeze? Looks like I got maybe a crash. Either way, that was a fantastic game. Got to see lots of fun stuff from the new build. Down goes the crash. I hope you all enjoyed. Download that new build today. It is awesome. So let me know what you think. Drop me a comment and a like if you enjoyed it. Until next time.